Hi. Any future collaborations you guys like to do with, any Latin American band or Mexican band in here?
It's a cool idea. I don't know if we know it. We never really thought about that. So the answer is yes, we want to do that at some point, but we didn't. I mean, the way that it works, because at this stage, and certainly at this stage before it, it's like super. It's not that like we're organic and casual about the way we do things, so it's not. We haven't been like seeking out someone to collaborate with, and it's like we don't have some like higher up being like, you should collaborate with this person, you should, so I mean, that's a cool idea, and it's like we would have to know somebody, we have to meet them.
Who do you think that should collaborate with us?
Café Tacuba, you know them? Café Tacuba, I've heard of them.
Maybe they can translate our record and do a Spanish version of our record for us.
Oh, madre. Yeah, I mean, we definitely don't have any expectations. Not because, not anywhere, I don't think. I mean, we've come to know that the Mexican audiences are really responsive, and they love music. So it's always fun to come here, but I wouldn't say that we're super expectant to, like we want anything met in that way. It's fun,
In Mexico, it seems like people are much more open to brand new music that they haven't heard before. And so in the States, people are a little bit more closed, and say for us, because we're brand new and nobody knows our music yet, and we have a record coming out in February next year. So playing in Mexico is a good feeling, because people are already happy to see us, and that they're just open to experiencing the music for the first time. So if you don't like it, we don't care, but if you like it, it's great. Come share it with us. When we're on stage playing, we actually truly care about what we did, because we did everything ourselves. And if we collaborate with a different producer, we'll do it in a very internal kind of in a creative family sort of sense. There's nobody coming in and doing things to our music. So I think the way we move forward is we're going to keep doing things the way we feel fit, and that doesn't mean it's not going to be poppy, that doesn't mean it's not going to be abstract, it means that's just what we want to do. And I feel like a lot of artists are kind of doing that. They're starting to push, because now there's SoundCloud and all this stuff, and you can put whatever you want out, and you don't need the support of a corporation, So I think people are kind of leaning towards that way, and we have definitely been on that kick for probably our whole lives, but especially now, we're not going to do anything we don't want to do, so we will contribute by keeping it as real as we fucking can. And if we gotta work at a bar to make money, that's fine, we'll do it, but we're not going to fuck with our music, because that's all we have.
I'm not going to work at a bar.
He's not going to work at a bar. Well, he won't even work at a bar. He'll be fine.
I might just make movies again.
Me and Darren are fucked. He's pretty good looking. He'll figure it out. But it's cool playing music festivals first before anyone's heard us, because then we can come back and play our own show at a club or something. So being introduced to Mexico, we played Corona Capital 2 weeks ago, and now Live Out Festival. It's a great introduction for a mother to Mexico, because there's lots of people. There's posters everywhere. It's like people can see the name, and then we come back by ourselves next year, and then there's a bit of chance we can play at a club, a small club, and people will come. So we love playing festivals. We're pretty lucky to play festivals as a band with no records. So we're pretty happy to be here.
And the one thing I'd add to that is just you asked what are we contributing. It's hard to say, but if anything, maybe just to whatever degree we can, some authenticity. To drop in an ocean. But I mean, that's there really is no business to what we do, and I'm actually kind of realizing it as I'm saying it, because this is what's happening right here is very. It seems like all of a sudden something's official, and presumably at least some of you care, maybe I think, about what we're saying and doing. So if that's true, that's awesome. And we've only gotten here doing it in a way that is truthful and authentic and never putting the wrong thing first. It's always about the music.
We just love playing together. We like playing the tunes. It's great having receptive audiences. People are having fun, so it makes it easy to have a good time and play on stage.
All this traveling, you got to do something to, make it worthwhile. So we love being here. Thank you guys so much for having us. This is unbelievable.
Just play hard and just keep going for it. It's a lot of people think it's just a lucky thing, but you just gotta keep working at it and spread the good vibes. Having positive attitude just goes a long way. Doing what we do.
Yeah, doesn't matter the turnout. Every show you gotta play with like your all. So this is so cool. We don't ever do shit like this.
Where are you guys from? I got a question. Where are you guys from?
Chicago.
Chicago.
We're from America. Fuck Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, motherfucker.
Bernie Sanders all the way.
Yeah, Chicago.
Got that nervous. And we just thought it was cool. And we didn't really think that. I don't think any of us thought we'd be sitting in front of a bunch of cameras in Mexico right now. So it was for fun. It was just a fun, cool name that we thought of, and it turned out to be a famous television show as well. So,
It's catchy. It really is. You know?
It's catchy. That's what they say in Chicago. Catchy. Catchy.
I think that it always far exceeds our expectations. Like today was so awesome, and we just felt all the love and stuff. And you can tell this place, you can tell they just love music here a lot, and we want to keep that going, especially the rock and roll.
Yeah, rock and roll. We've only been here for 2 festivals, but both of our experiences have been great. People love the rock and roll. It was a good time. And I hope we can get the tour down here as soon as possible. It's great. I love playing. I love to play some clubs. Most of the time, like 90% of the time, we all agree off the bat, which is great. So, it's you just discuss it and you kind of just shoot the shit until you pick something. In the end, it's just like we have all these good songs and they're all good, so we use what we use. And it's great having so many songwriters because we keep having more ideas and we keep doing more records, so we can always use the songs.
My father is a musician, our mother is a musician, our whole family are musicians, so it came quite naturally for us to do music. We've been singing since we were niños, since we were babies, and it just came naturally. When we were 19 years old, we started Say Lulu and we started writing music and recording demos, and it just came naturally, I guess. We want to come back here and tour properly, go all around Mexico, and I think the best way to create a fan base is to tour and to be present in the country. So hopefully this was a good first step to meet people and reach out to people, and hopefully we'll be back next year in Mexico.
Maybe I'm selfish for being an actor, pretending together when I am the hunter. Or maybe I'm wicked and eat to the apple. Or maybe I'm hungry for more than I've got. All I know is I've got to run away, run, 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 run away, run, 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 run away, run, 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 run away. Oh.
Uno is champagne. Champagne. Numero dos es fast moving cars. Fast cars. Numero tres es jacuzzis. We generally don't play favorites, like we're parents and they're all our children. We love them all equally. I will say that each song probably has a different significance for where we were at in our lives and career. My Type was probably a song that changed our lives more than any other one so far. And for that we're very, very thankful. But no, we love all our songs equally. They're all our children.
Where I was looking in the crowd and I couldn't stop smiling because we've never been to Mexico. We've never been to a Latin-speaking country, and all these wonderful people are out here singing along, and it truly is. It's cliche to say, but it's kind of magical to feel that. That English is the first language of the crowd in front of you, but they're singing your songs, and there's nothing better for us as a band than to experience that.
And it's universal. It's a universal language. So being able to connect with people musically is it's the ultimate feeling.
Trompo.
Trompo.
Yeah.
And what's in a taco de trompo?
¿Qué es un taco de trompo?
It's like meat but red. It's very delicious.
It sounds mysterious.
You like that?
Young stupid kids, Greg and I at a Strokes concert managed to sneak all the way backstage. It was a stadium, so that wasn't easy. Like we had to go very far. We had to sneak up.
We got into the dressing room.
We went through like the box seats, and we got all the way to the dressing room.
They weren't there though.
They just left.
Very upset.
It took us like an hour, but we did it.
I stole the sign off the dressing room
We
door.
grabbed the rest of their tequila. It was awesome. Yeah.
I took it. I took the sign.
Is missing.
Lots of money. The money's gone. Just kidding.
Hard CDs and jewel cases. We need more Tower Records. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I think we're probably in a different situation than a lot of different bands and a lot of different genres, and it's pretty specific. But I don't want to be cliche, but at the same time as the music industry is changing, it's changing for the good as well. And there's a lot of new opportunities, and a lot of new, things at our fingertips that we never had. And even in our career as a band, we've been together for a little bit. And every year we have a new opportunity through some sort of new technological device or website or something that kind of helps bring music to people in some way, or as a nice extension of music. So yeah, I don't know what it's missing. All I know is it's changing, and it's changing fast.
Miami automatically has a visual, horror automatically kind of has a visual, and they're both very bold words. If you put them on, just plain text, it looks strong. And I like the contrast of the words, which represents the music. You get this very happy side of Miami, or this kind of darker side, but not too dark.
Right here.
The first album, once we were touring the first album, we were listening to so many different bands, so we kind of promised ourselves when we listened to each of those bands that we're going to take influence. So one period was like Talking Heads, one period was like Tory One, lo-fi kind of Aerial Pink. Yeah, then there was like an 80s kind of an anthemic In Excess. Let's just stick with In Excess. And then there was a whole dreamy phase of like Tame Republic. So many different influences on the record, and Justice and things like that, to what's happening now, which is very digital, kind of 90s house referential, electronic, very electronic, and we try to just do our own thing because we don't want to really be just part of a wave, you know. And all those things like are part of a wave, and they disappear after a few years, like this might. So yeah, I mean, so it's like you want to try to build your own sound. And we're doing the best of that, I guess, that we can, and bring in like a lot of live elements. You know, we're not too electronic anymore.
with each other, which is what it's all about for us. And you know, we really took our time making it, and I mean, all the songs started to really flow naturally and come, you know, one after another. And then soon enough, we realized, I think we have an album, and we're about to do that process again, starting next month, really. So we're writing right now and gonna start recording a new album, which will come out next year sometime. Really interesting because you want to evolve and you want to change a little bit and grow, but at the same time you don't want to be a completely different band. Second album. So I mean, we're not sure yet what it's gonna sound like or what it's gonna be like at all. But we are figuring that out now. But we really want to keep the essence of having a message with our music, no matter what it ends up sounding like. And you know, obviously it'll be still part of the same family, just a little further along.
We've only come together as a duo like only 2 or 3 years ago, and at first we were just making very underground electronic releases. None of it had vocals on, and then we started working with vocals just as an experiment at first, and we made one track with a girl called Yasmin called Real, and that got sort of some success in the UK, and it just all happened from there. And then after that we thought, let's take this concept and build a whole album around it. So we made our debut album, Sirens, and once we finished that album we thought, right, we could take this live. So instead of just DJing, instead of just me and Matt DJing all the time, we thought we'd create a live band. So we found Tug, our drummer, and our singers Lulu James and Josh Barry, and we just started a 5-piece band from it. And we thought we'd just try doing something different to what we're used to and kind of, you know, experiment. So we started this 5-piece band, and we just play everything live, even though it's electronic. So it was kind of completely new experience for us, but we were excited to take that challenge, and it feels crazy that only a couple of years later we're touring the world with it, and coming to Mexico for the first time with it. It's pretty crazy. It's important for us to sort of do it more as a live band rather than just purely electronic, so that's why we have Tug on the drums, which is playing like a mixture between electronic drums and the live acoustic drums, and having the singing and having live synthesizers. It's kind of like a cross between a live band and an electronic act, and that's just something that excites us and that we want to experiment with. South America and Mexico, doing our first tour out here, and this is the final show of our tour and the final show of the year for us, so it's been pretty emotional for us, and we didn't, because we've never come to Monterrey before, we didn't know what to expect, but seeing that many people and just playing to a completely new crowd, it was crazy. And at certain points I saw people in the crowd like singing along to our songs, and I don't know, that always feels crazy to me, being a completely different side of the world and people know your music, and that'll never get old for me. I love that feeling. It's a very hot topic, but I feel like the music industry is in a big change at the moment, a big turning point, and it could go any way. I don't know where it's going to go. But for us, I don't actually mind giving away music for free or people hearing my music for free, because as long as people are hearing it and it's getting out there, I love it. And I suppose we're lucky enough, because we can tour as much as we do and DJ, we can make our living off that, and make a living, so we can do this as a job. But there are some artists, like smaller artists, and especially singers, that can't tour, or songwriters that can't make a living through touring or doing gigs. That's who it hits the hardest, because they can't make money from that, and I feel like the music industry needs to be fair on people like them, and I don't know how it's going to happen. I think people like SoundCloud, they need to make it so they actually pay the artists that are making music, or they won't be able to do it for a living. So yeah, personally for us as a band, we're okay because we can tour and make a living like that, but I think it needs to be fair on artists, singers, songwriters, and yeah, it's difficult to know where it's going to go, but yeah, it just needs to be fair, basically, but I don't know how that's going to happen.
We think honestly too, rap should be a lot of different styles. We are two rappers that try to express as many styles as we can in one album, so a lot of it is just us in the studio together trying to one up each other. So it comes out of friendly competition.
So I was wondering, are you guys doing that tonight as well?
Twice.
Would you like us to?
Oh, we would love it.
It feels good to say out loud, It's just something I wake up every day and say it, actually. What do you think?
Fuck 'em.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, I think marijuana should be legal anywhere. Everywhere. Anywhere that a plant grows. How can you illegalize a plant? I think governments are stupid, and I think that the legalization of whether it be peyote or whether it be marijuana or even grain alcohol that you brew at your house, I think that government should get out of people's personal lives when it comes to using things that naturally grow. So I would hope that Mexico and every country on earth would go ahead and decriminalize this wonderful plant that simply relaxes people. Difficult obstacle that we've had to face is just kind of getting our music directly to people and not playing the traditional games of radio and television. Sometimes, you know, radio will demand, especially where I'm from in Atlanta, it will demand you do a certain kind of song in order to be played, and I'm thankful that we don't have to do that. I'm thankful we just make the music we make, and somehow it connects with people and they pick it up and they champion it, so we don't have to play the same games.
Yeah, that was a breakthrough moment in Run the Jewels history. We had other opening songs before. One of them was what, Bad to the Bone.
Bad to the Bone, yeah.
You know, we experimented with a couple, but I feel like We Are the Champions was really the most egotistical possible thing that you could do. You know,
nobody gets it right like Freddie Mercury. Marijuana and alcohol.
Well, no, let's what's the question? What's the question?
She said, how do we start a song?
When it comes to a political issue.
Usually he plays a beat, and the beat tells us what to do, and that's the honest to God truth. When we're in, and he puts the beat on, if you walk around and you empty your mind, usually there's a connection between you and the track, and it just kind of tells you. Like when we did Do Dope Fuck Hope, for instance, which was a song talking about marijuana and how unfairly you treat it. But when we do Early, it just simply starts as a narrative. You know, you start and the beat kind of tells you and leads you along. So we can't take all the credit, for we have these bright ideas and the beats tell you what to do. You know, he's the magic man behind the board that creates the beautiful music.
But thank you, and you're right, of course. But we're just alive. We're humans. We're men. You know, the song and the feeling in the room, because we make our music together, will dictate whether or not it's time for a joke or it's time to say something that means something as a human. And we use all of those things at our disposal, all of those human things that we have, comedy, fear, sadness, joy, and we listen to ourselves, and we have no conflict about doing any of that. We'll say the stupidest thing you've ever heard in your life, but we'll also say something that really means something to us as people, and we pay attention, and it affects us as men, and the state of the world. So it really, like you said, it's really about our connection and what happens at the moment. And we've been lucky enough to be able to read each other and have a really good, creative, relationship. So.